Howdy.
What? I need something to say
You
for
need
the
a new
beginning.
thing,
Yeah. Hey. Hey.
Hey.
Hello, everyone.
That's a hey with a period.
Hey is for horses.
So today we're recording this in advance. We're talking about Valentine's Day. We're talking about Sonic. Talking about the game jam we just did, and a little bit about the Super Bowl today, which is now a week and a half in the past when this goes out. But just come hang out, chat with us.
Time is just a construct. It doesn't really
Yeah, spend some time with us.
Social construct.
Spend some of your
hard-earned time.
hard-earned time. It's like that movie with Justin Timberlake.
All the time you worked so hard.
But yeah, that's about it. I'm Bryan.
I'm Andy.
This is Desk Pop.
Hello.
Hi, how's it going?
All right, let's
Heard you like games, huh?
Marvel runs away from the cornucopia. Clove runs away. Jason grabs the shovel. Glimmer runs away. District 7 female runs away. Vita, Kato, District 5. What are we doing? What happens here? Bryan finds a bag full of explosive.
Hell yeah.
What am I doing? I'm not even in this first page. What the fuck? Huh. Am I just fucking... Did I get murdered?
Maybe you didn't do anything. Maybe you're standing there.
We're gonna go to the next day. Okay. Alright, so several people are dying here.
Did I die?
Bryan receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor.
Just
I think I was just fucking murdered. I'm not in day 2 anymore.
Just a demolitions expert. I'm ready to die.
Oh, Katniss is dead. Okay.
You're not dead though, huh?
Yeah, I'm not dead yet, but I don't know where I am.
Do you want to control F and find your name on the page?
Yeah, that's 0 out of 0.
He doesn't
Did
exist.
did
The
it
limit
not?
does not exist. How am I doing?
maybe
Give me updates.
Bryan quietly hums.
Oh, I love that.
Fucking look at these three. Like, District 10 female thinks about home. District 8 male screams for help. District 8
geez.
female silently snaps Thresh's neck. Bryan quietly hums. Rue goes to sleep. Oh, you seem to have found an alliance.
Perfect.
District 10 female, Bryan, District 7 female, and PETA hunt for other tributes.
Wow, we're good.
Alright, you found a good group. Hopefully this goes well for you. Thresh and District 5 female are now dead.
By the way, we're in the Hunger Games right now.
Yeah, this is the Hunger Games. I guess I found a way to cheat the system and
Andy
I got out.
Yeah.
But everything seems to be going in general Hunger Games fashion again. It doesn't seem like you're in a group anymore. You've separated.
Yep. It happens.
District 9 female attempts to start a fire but is unsuccessful. Kato overpowers Marvel, killing him. Bryan cooks his food before putting his fire out.
I'm such a courteous camper.
District 4 female quietly hums. District 7 female tends to her wounds. District 3 female receives clean water from an unknown sponsor.
I'm ready to either murder or be murdered.
Ooh. District 9 male diverts Bryan's attention and runs away.
I was going to kill him.
Damn it, he got away. The one who got away from Bryan.
People don't want to... Did I die?
No. District 10 female is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. Kato defeats Bryan in a fight, but spares his life.
Oh, wow. Great.
Kato sees something in you. Bryan defeats District 7 male in a fight, but
I
spares
knew it.
his life.
Damn. Should have killed him.
You hunted him, you worked together,
He's going to kill me, and I know it.
Oh.
Am I dead?
Yeah.
Tell me how I die.
District 10 male shoots an arrow at District 9 male, but misses, and kills Bryan instead. You've made it to night 5.
Well,
Let's
can't make it forever. Who wins?
Oh, damn. A lot of people died that day. Bryan from District 3. That's the end of Bryan's story.
What is District 3? What are they known for?
I have no idea. And the winner is District 10 male. So I guess you can take pride in knowing that
Oh, I'm technology. That's neat.
you were inadvertently killed by the guy who ended up being the
Ended up
ultimate
winning.
winner.
Well, that's the best way to go out, I guess.
Yeah, if you can't, it's nice to at least lose to the one who overall won everything. So, I mean, if you think about it, you got in second place.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you did some hunting. You spared some people's lives. Some people
Shouldn't
spared your
have.
lives. Yeah, you should have killed District 7 when I had the chance.
Well,
Hi.
well, I'm dead.
Yeah.
How are you?
I guess I'm okay. I never even got to participate in the Hunger
Yeah.
Games, so
Does it feel bad to not be invited?
just to be nominated was a joy. But yeah, I typed in my name. I don't know why I didn't show up,
Yeah.
but I guess that's just how it goes sometimes.
Well,
Oh, I have a bad back. I'm not eligible for the Hunger Games.
you're
I
not
can't.
eligible. I have flat feet. I'm very sorry. I can't
Yeah.
enlist.
I have a doctor's note. Can't go. Someone volunteered themselves as tribute for me.
How are you? What have you been up to this week?
I'm doing okay.
And by this week, I mean a week prior to when this episode is coming out.
Yeah, we're recording early. I'm going on a special trip.
So if anything, any breaking news happens, I'm so sorry, but this will not be the episode where we record it.
we're gonna have like a really shitty recorded phone call. It's like
I'm gonna have to edit in later.
and it's gonna be like, "Oh, hey guys, how's it going? I'm Andy over here." Dan and I are going to Disney. Yeah, we're going to Disney
Yeah.
World in Florida.
Florida,
Florida,
as he's known on the stage.
We're gonna go meet Florida, my
Yeah.
closest friend,
Yeah.
and we're gonna go to Disney together. I'm very excited for it. We're going to the Star Wars expansion, which fit
The Galaxy's
There's no-
Edge, or is that the other place?
Galaxy's Edge.
Okay.
That is the place. And how fitting is it that at the end of my character arc revolving Star Wars, I get to go to the park
Wow.
and then
I have
hopefully-
to say, I don't think this will be the last time we hear about Star Wars.
Yeah, I keep saying that I'm done with it, and
You've
then
said that for weeks.
things out of my control keep happening that
Yeah.
impact me that are Star Wars related. But I could not be any more excited for Black Widow. Please save me, get me out of here. I'm clinging onto that and Owen Wilson's recent casting in the Loki show for Disney Plus. But I'm doing okay. I'm getting ready for Disney. We've started building a model of a Bugatti in Lego, which is a lot of parts. It's the biggest set we've ever done, and it looks like it's actually it's going to take weeks to finish this thing. So that's exciting. And we just finished a game jam.
Yeah, we did.
So it's really nice to kind of be finished with that, and it's also you get that sense of accomplishment of, we didn't have to do that. It was an extracurricular thing, but we did it, and that always feels good to just the follow through of instead of just talking about something, actually going out and doing it. So I still have that sense of pride and accomplishment that comes with finishing a project, and that's how I'm doing. How are you doing, Bryan?
I'm good. I just finished the Netflix series Unbelievable.
Okay.
Which follows the case of a female rape victim, and it is difficult to watch. I enjoyed it, and at the end, there is so much justice that it feels great.
Okay. I'll have to give it a try.
I'd recommend it. It makes you sad. It's so sad. It's very sad. You have to be in the. I just happened. My mood aligned. I don't usually like sad material, sad entertainment, but it just hit me right in the right spot. And also, there's news of a new mythical Pokemon announcement in late February, which I'm very excited about.
And mythical is one step below legendary, correct?
Yeah, I mean, I've always considered them still legendary. I know there's
Same.
a difference, but I just considered another legendary Pokemon, but it's like the baby legendary. It's like the one that's like the cute one. You know, like
Okay.
Victini or Jirachi or Mew or whatever.
Okay.
Actually, Mew may be legendary. I don't know.
I feel like Mew takes that slot. Well,
Mew is the only thing Gen 1 has close to a mythical. So that's why I lump it in there.
because I think Mewtwo kind of takes the slot of, oh, this is the big legendary.
Mewtwo is the main legendary, and then the three birds are kind of like the like
I feel like it's Mew, then Mewtwo, and then the three birds. They're like the third
Yeah.
on the little pyramid of.
sure.
We need to make a Pokemon pyramid, a tier list. If they coexisted in a society, who's top dog and who's
But yeah, I always love the mythical Pokemon. I feel like they're always really fun. So I'm excited to see what that'll be. And actually, it's very interesting. We haven't seen it so far. I wasn't expecting another breadcrumb of announcement, and later this month. So I think it's
Nintendo's
neat.
been throwing curveballs
This
year.
Absolutely wild.
It's been a weird.
We showed up
so
to
far.
we showed up to batting practice, but man, they have just been throwing curveballs.
Yeah, we're just not hitting anything.
Other than that, yeah, Pokemon Home is out, which is interesting. I have not yet
So much
tried
news
it
for
out.
that came out, and I know nothing about it.
It's essentially just Pokemon
Yeah.
Bank, but yeah, so that's interesting. Yeah, that's kind of it with me. Like you were saying, we just finished up the game jam. Overall, had a good experience with that. It was definitely an endurance test, creating all the art assets for it. I did play some not game jams in this category, but I played some other game jam games. They were fun. It made me feel a little inadequate playing like really good game jam games, but also this was our first product and we were working with someone we hadn't worked with before. Overall, I had a good time and I think we did a good job. So
Yeah, it was. It's kind of weird because whenever you're paired into groups in college or high school for like a group assignment, you kind of get through that ice breaking thing and you have to start discussing projects and stuff. But in like the quote unquote like real world, we found someone to work with and we really just kind of hit the ground running on this project. So we didn't really have any negative experiences with that, which was really great.
yeah, that's wonderful.
I'm very optimistic. I hope it's always like that. I really hope I hope everyone just kind of clicks and just starts, all right, everyone's gonna start working on this project.
I'm sure there will be peaks and valleys. I'm sure there will be some times where it's not someone doesn't have the best communication or whatever. But overall, it's a very exciting thing. I'd be open to doing more game jams in the future. Yeah.
Yeah, but we'll at some point maybe on social media or something we can share a link or check it out. It's a
I'll have the
gift-giving
link in
simulator.
the podcast description. It's something you can play in your browser. But yeah, it's a gift giving sim if you want to talk a little bit more about it.
Yeah, so you're playing as we created a little bit of lore. We added some lore to the Santa Claus mythos. So
We've rewritten.
since the dawn of time, everyone sits on Santa's lap and tells him what he wants, but how does he remember who wants what? Well,
And who does he spank? Just kidding. That's not part of
it's
this game.
Mrs. Claus. Mash spacebar to spank.
Oh God.
Mrs. Santa's been naughty.
Oh no. Mrs. Santa.
Mrs. Santa. Hey, it's 2020, Brian. All right, good for Santa. But you play as Mrs. Claus. She covertly stalks these children as they talk to Santa. And she remembers what they all ask for.
Yep.
And then she is the one who works in the workshop and selects all of the gifts for the children. And Santa is the glorified delivery person.
He's the delivery man. He's the face of the company.
Yeah. It's more of like equal dispersal
He's kind of the
roles
mascot.
in this here. Yeah, his face goes on the side of the sleigh.
And then for one night he just cranks out all those deliveries.
Yeah, I like to think that the Santa in our graphics, because he has those like the like line eyes, like you don't see his pupils. I like to think that he's just sleeping in that chair as the kids talk to him.
Yeah, he's just
That's
there.
like in my head canon. I just gotta make the appearance. I don't have to actually.
He only has enough energy to move at like 1,000 speed on one night, so he's really got to conserve all of it the rest of the year.
Yeah, we never got to fit the lore in, and I hope that there's another opportunity where we work with Mrs. Claus lore. But I like the idea of her one having horns, and then two,
Because she's the devil, right?
she's some sort of creature. She's not human.
It's like a satyr.
It's how she lives forever, along with Santa. And Santa being with her, she's granting Santa his immortality. They've bonded, if you know what I mean. And in doing that, it affected
spanked,
Santa Claus. They fucked. And it affected Santa's DNA. That's why he's immortal. But also, Mrs. Claus can turn into an owl, and that's how she sees everyone. That's her. Yeah, we didn't get to fit that in, but I also want a guardian of the North Pole.
Okay.
And I want it to be Cerberus, like the three-headed dog, but it's a reindeer, and it's huge, and it can fly. You have to like fight it and like slay it before you like are granted access to the Valhalla that is the North Pole, Santa's workshop.
And everyone has to fight it, even Santa and Mrs. Claus.
Yeah.
We already got one comment. We've been getting people play testing it, and we've been getting comments, and one of them has been that Mrs. Claus is thick with 2 C's. I was like, great.
I didn't see that one, but that's great.
That was in the Discord. I was like, well, that's great. I'm responsible for doing that.
we had lots of discussions about the characters. There were lots of different ideas thrown out for Mrs. Claus.
Yeah.
I'm glad we went with the thick option.
Yeah.
Good that they're able to. I feel like it's just new and exciting ways to modernize, you know.
Yeah, I think overall I liked the design of it.
Yeah. I'm a fan. I am. I liked the pocket. She has pants with pockets.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They kind of look. They look very convenient to have.
They're like satchel pockets on the side.
They look like little like hammock pockets.
Yeah.
Like you can just like rest your hands and give your hands a little break from working.
Give your hands a break.
give your hands a break. Pockets. That's the phrase for pockets. But yeah, I'm really proud of it. It's a cute, charming game. I definitely think that not only like, I mean, of course it's a functional game, but I feel like it itself acts as like an idea, you know, like you're playing something and you can think of what it can be if it wasn't just a game jam game, and that's like, I feel like that offers a lot of possibilities.
And it is kind of a memory style game, just so you're aware.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's like a kind of
you remember details about each line of dialogue that each kid says, and sometimes you look at what they're wearing and stuff, and that indicates what kind of present they would like. So in the beginning, they straight up just ask for a train, and then at like level 7, they're giving you an hour-long speech about.
As toys become more complicated, so does like what kids want, and you know.
Yeah, and so it's really fun. It's charming. So, and we're both a little biased here, but it's pretty neat. You should definitely check it out.
Link will be down below. But yeah.
It's cute.
So, we did want to talk about Sonic, but we're going to talk about it the episode.
We're going to talk about it next
after
episode.
this. Yeah. Because we don't have any more new information.
Well, there was a new clip that was released.
Okay.
And we don't have to talk about it, but I do want to get a quick Jim Carrey update.
Okay.
On where the scale is now on Jim Carrey. Has it moved on the
hotness?
The chronometer? Yeah.
The hotness meter?
Yeah.
I haven't seen anything new that's changed that.
Oh, yeah, you didn't see the new clip?
No.
It's like a confrontation between Sonic and Eggman, and they're bantering back and forth.
All right. Let's take a minute, and I'm going to listen to that real quick.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
All right, so we just watched it.
Yeah. That actually makes me feel better about the movie.
Yeah, I think I
The
really like
dialogue
the
was
banter between them too.
it was slow enough. Like what worried me is that they would do, and I've said this before, like Gilmore Girls, where it's like, I'm saying a comment, I'm responding to that clip, I'm like we're responding immediately before even registering what you've said in my brain. I already have a snarky comment that's funnier or what, I'm like, that doesn't, my human brain can't, it
You
doesn't,
know,
there's no room to laugh. Like,
sometimes, and that this is a compliment. I think you steered it more towards a negative critique, but I think sometimes when we record like podcast episodes, I feel like that like you do that, like you think of like a really witty thing to something I say, and I'm like dial up noises like, oh, I don't, oh, oh fuck. Like you were ready for it. But anyways, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's bad all the time. I think when it happens organically, like I think it can
but
be
yeah,
good.
I think of Big Bang Theory. Like
Yeah.
people don't talk like that. Like,
Well, it's like
they knew what they were gonna say.
It's more clearly a script, I'm
Yeah.
like, so that's always when I say something stupid or whatever. I'm like, I'm waiting for you to like make a face at me or something. I'm like, oh, but yeah, no, I this actually I think it bodes well, and
Yeah, I really liked. I mean, Sonic is just him as a character. I wasn't really worried that. Oh, I don't think it's gonna be faithful to the character. Like
Yeah.
I don't. Sonic is safe. I was more worried about Eggman, and the more I see Jim Carrey say things,
yeah,
I really like it. There's a another clip, and it's just like a 2-second blip, and I don't know where I saw it, but he's chasing Sonic and a flying ship, and he's like, "I'll get you, Hedgehog," and he has like that kind of like I don't know what the term is, but like
Yeah.
that Eggman voice, and I think that's really cool. And I also like just the two lines of like, confidence, like a dumb person's replacement for intelligence to
Yeah.
Sonic's thing, and then the whole like, I was expecting not to expect something, so
Yeah.
it doesn't count. Little things like that is just like this hyperbolic Eggman type thing, and also he calls him Eggman in that clip, which is interesting. Anyways,
I think overall it's good. Jim Carrey's one of those actors, like, I know he's beloved by many people. He's kind of like Johnny Depp for me, where their own persona has become so big that it bleeds into all characters for them. To me, kind of how Ryan Reynolds is becoming. I want to say, like,
the characters are written for that actor instead of the actor.
it's written
changing
around their
themselves to be that
personality.
character,
Kind of, yeah.
Like they wrote that for Jim Carrey, you could tell.
Yes, but I think it works. I don't get that same like, "Oh, I'm being silly," like
I'm doing
kind
the
of thing.
same thing again.
Yeah, so I do like that it seems, at least in that clip, that it's a like, it's funny, but it's a serious role. He's not just being silly for the sake of it. So I think that's good. I think it bodes well. I'm excited to see it.
So on the meter, where we at? Has it moved?
Not
Same?
really. I
No?
still think he's very attractive. He's very hot. I will say that clip, and obviously it's a product of still images are oftentimes more flattering to people. But in the video clip, you could tell as he's speaking and stuff, he has aged a lot, and you can't really tell that as much from the photos, at least me. But seeing the video clip, I'm like, it is clear he's aged quite a bit. Still hot. Yeah, whatever.
Okay. Well, we've heard it here. We're gonna keep you updated as it progresses, as Jim Carrey continues to age.
As he ages, I will
like a leaf,
like a leaf.
Leaves age. Jim Carrey ages.
Just like a leaf.
And we're just gonna we're gonna leave that alone and move on to the next thing.
Speaking of Sonic the Hedgehog, do you have Valentine's Day plans?
Yep, and it includes seeing Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, so I have a couple of ideas. I'm
Yeah.
definitely limited on. I have some budgetary restrictions since I'll be forking over a lot of money at Disney.
Galaxy's Edge.
Lightsabers are not cheap. $200 plus. It's fucking stupid. But anyways, so I had an idea. So, I usually, I guess a sucker for, grand gestures on Valentine's Day, and I always try to do something smaller. Usually, it's a very large thing. It's a very drawn out process. You know my sense of humor, so
Yeah.
it's a lot. And last year for Valentine's Day, we were all out of town.
You and I were in New Orleans, and you were mad at me about my snoring.
Jesus fucking Christ. I'm getting fucking war flashbacks. I remember falling asleep with like noise canceling headphones blaring like fucking Reliant K and falling asleep to that. It's like, it was so bad. I'm sorry if that.
No, it's fine.
But like, we've gone on other trips together and
Yeah.
it was never that bad.
Yeah.
That like it had never like.
I don't think we'd ever shared a bed though either. Like that was
Yeah.
That's been like the one instance of that happening too.
Yeah, that was fucking horrible.
Yeah.
Anywho, man, fuck, that took me back. I am upset again. You motherfucker got me from sleeping a year ago. Anyways, when we were in New Orleans, I had a few days before we left for the trip, I had given Dana a giant stuffed dinosaur because she enjoys dinosaurs. And I was like, yeah, here you go. I'm not going to be here for Valentine's Day, so I wanted to give this to you now. And she was like, oh, it's great. It's nice. And I was really pushing her to, like, name it. I really wanted her to get attached to this giant stuffed dinosaur. Because this was step one of my master plan. So, so next, I waited several days until we were in New Orleans. It was the day of Valentine's Day. She had a few days to become attached to it. I called her up on the phone and was like, hey, are you with your dinosaur thing? And she's like, yeah. And I was like, did you name it? And she did. I forgot what she named it. She's like, yeah, I'm like cuddling with it in the bed right now. It was a big stuffed dinosaur. And I was like, great. Well, are you ready for the second part of your Valentine's Day gift?
She's like, psychopath.
She's like, yeah. Yeah, what, you got like a second thing? And I was like, yeah. I need you to grab a piece of paper and some scissors. So she goes and grabs those two things. And I'm like, okay, great. Now you don't need the piece of paper. I need you to get the scissors and cut the dinosaur open. And she's like, what? And I was like, yeah, you gotta like cut it, like stab the dinosaur and cut it open. And she's like really hesitant about it. And eventually I got her to do it. And little did she know that before I'd given her the dinosaur, I had cut the dinosaur open and filled it full of presents and then sewed it back up. So she had to get this dinosaur, get attached to it, and then destroy it in order to get all of the little goodies in the inside. And all of the goodies included things that, like, anything that she'd picked up at a store and, like, thought about getting or, expressed interest in, I would secretly add it to an Amazon shopping cart and then, like, covertly buy it. So I had collected a large quantity of these little things that she liked. So it was a fair trade.
A life for a life.
Yeah. It just reminded me of something from Saw, like you must make a sacrifice in order to get something that is, But it was really funny. Like she was like laughing but also crying. It was a really awkward but really funny thing. It was really touching. She really liked it. She appreciated all the gifts inside. I don't do that often, so it's okay. So what I was thinking of doing this year.
Yeah.
Is I wanted to do the same thing.
Okay.
But
have nothing in it.
Yes, I wanted to get a really big, like an even bigger stuffed thing, and then put a cool gift.
Can she not hear this right now? Isn't she in the other room?
I don't think, like, unless this is like the one instance where her ear is against the door and she's listening in on the conversation. But I wanted to get a really large thing and put like a really cool gift inside, but then cut that open and put a really cool gift. But the gifts keep getting better as you keep cutting them open.
Jesus.
But I wanted to like give it to her and not tell her when it stops. So like, like if you want to get greedy, you can keep cutting them open, but you risk the possibility of you destroying something and then it's gone. But I'm trying to think of like a creative way to like, oh, if you cut it open, then you don't get to keep the things that you saw on this layer because it's ruined somehow. And so now I'm thinking of like some jigsaw, like some saw related trap type thing that I would have some mechanism that like maybe I like spray like that really shitty liquid fart over something that like
just ruins everything
on the past thing. So
just ruins it all. That's the bottom layer.
She gets to choose, the thing that she wants, but it's like a risk, and it just turns into like a Saw game. And every Valentine's Day until the end of time, I just want to do that. I want to turn it into like a Saw game where it's a psychological test.
Yeah.
But you also get a present, so it's fine. Everybody wins, I get to play a fun game. She gets a gift.
Yeah. Everyone wins.
Everybody wins.
You got a good story to tell.
She has a good story to tell her therapist. No, I'm not. No. I mean, it's there's not a lot of ways I could save myself here, but I assure you it is not as messed up as it sounds. We have a very special relationship.
Yeah.
So these gestures are expected. That she is not caught off guard by things like this.
Yeah.
So it is fine.
You just fill it with spiders or something.
Well, okay. So one of my ideas was I had talked to several of my friends about it. I was like, oh, I should arrange like a special movie night in the living room, and Dan and I watch this movie. But like 2 hours before the movie started, I get like several of my friends in black morph suits hiding in different corners of the house.
Jeez.
So they're standing there the entire duration of the movie. So she gets this sense of comfort and safety, thinking, oh, everything's fine. Then I would go and, oh, I need to go to the restroom. I need to grab something. I'd get up, and then all the figures would start like emerging from the walls and start walking. But I haven't thought, because I'm just like, man, that would be fucking terrifying. But I just don't know.
Jesus.
What would I do after that? There'd have to be some sort of point. It couldn't just be like, I couldn't scare her for nothing. It needed
I can't
to
wait
be...
till this escalates and someone dies eventually.
Oh my fucking god!
Like in several years, there's no other level you can take it to. There has to be some sort of element of murder added in for it to up the ante.
I get her a puppy, and it's like,
oh god.
There's a key. There are keys to a new car on the inside of this puppy. They can only get. Your mom is chained to a wall of spikes that is slowly converging on her, and the key to unlock the handcuff is inside of this small puppy I bought you 2 years ago.
God. Jesus Christ.
What will you do?
Jesus.
You have no utensils to cut it out of the puppy. You have to use your hands.
God. So sad.
Jesus, no, like, okay, I'm gonna stop now. But
it just keeps getting worse.
It's just like you're also handcuffed, so you have to use your mouth to do it.
Oh my god!
You have to throw the key over using your mouth. So you have to bite into a puppy.
Jesus, Andy's a psychopath.
Anyways,
I felt like, I feel like certain people fill certain archetypes, and like I've told you this before, but I feel like you solidly fill out the like mad scientist archetype. Like in my head, like everything I see you do, like you're pretty dedicated to like finishing projects and like, doing things, but you're also just like some of the like conventions and how you decide to do those things are just like absolutely wild. But no, it's great. It's a good it's good to watch. It's good
I'm glad I'm
entertainment.
I'm glad I'm entertaining.
Yeah.
I have a following, and by a following I don't mean like a dedicated fan base, but I have like
just the guy that follows you.
when I tell people about things that I'm working on, people tend to follow up with me and ask me about it. I've never told anybody about something I'm doing that they didn't ask me about later, due to like the level of absurdity. But it's never for attention. It's always a challenge. It's always a challenge for
the love of the craft.
Yeah, it's like it's a challenge to myself. Like am I
Yeah.
capable of pulling this off? And how can I take what I've learned from this and make it better? So that's why I
Yeah.
like the whole silhouette suit thing. Like it needs something. Like it needs.
Yeah.
It can't just be a scary thing. There needs to be some sort
There
of.
have to be consequences.
There needs to be a lesson learned or some sort of
Jeez.
some sort of gift that comes down.
Some sort of gift.
Yeah, I can't scare her for nothing. She needs to get some sort of gift or a
Okay,
token of appreciation.
You give her a
affection
gun before the movie.
Oh.
This is my take. You give her a gun before the movie.
Oh.
And you say, here you go. There's one bullet. There are 5 morph suits.
Ooh.
They start moving. One of them you've set up in some way that like moves it like autonomously, like
No, we put like 3 mannequins in morph suits. But then there's like 2 real
there's
people.
2 real people.
And we make one of them like start to fall over.
Yeah.
So she shoots at it. That'd be interesting.
She has to. There's 2 morph suits. one has you in it. One has.
I get like a family member.
One has someone else.
Like she shoots someone that she shoots her best friend or something.
God.
With like an airsoft gun.
Oh my god.
Why did you shoot? Why did you do this to me?
Oh.
Yeah, that's interesting. I think that in itself, like, for a Valentine's Day challenge, I give her a laptop and I'm like, yeah, just watch this video that I made.
It's full of kitty porn, and you call the police.
I give her like an airsoft gun, and I'm like, okay, so this gun has 1 bullet. I need you to watch this video and remember that this airsoft only has 1 bullet. And then she watches it, and the entire time she's like trying to figure out why I gave her the airsoft gun.
Yeah.
But in reality, there's like no reason why I gave her the gun. But the stress of wondering what could possibly happen is the thing that eats at her sanity.
Oh, Dana.
That like at the end of the trivia question, a really enticing gift shows up.
Dana,
But
blink twice if you need help.
But she could only get it if she answers a question correctly that had to do with paying attention to the video. But she didn't pay attention to the video because she was worried about what the gun was for.
Yeah.
No. I have like this grand fantasy about like I need to work toward. It's gonna take a couple of Valentine's Day to get there, but I just have this fantasy that it's like this thing of, you know, she's like, oh, Valentine's Day is coming up, like something's gonna happen. I want it to turn into a big event, you know.
Yeah,
I want to make plans and, you know, go bigger each time, you know.
Yeah. Aaron will not be so lucky.
If you ever need any ideas,
I have no saw traps planned for him, so
okay.
I'll do something.
That's okay too.
I'll do something for him.
That's fine. You know,
But nothing quite to the Rube Goldberg effect. Yeah.
yeah,
Heart-shaped pizza and call it a day.
that's pretty good. That's also a cool idea. I mean, we're also gonna go see Sonic too.
Yeah. Oh, we're seeing Sonic on. Is it on Valentine's or does it? Sonic comes out after Valentine's.
I think it comes out. Valentine's Day happens, and then a few days later, that weekend, Sonic comes out. I think Valentine's Day happens during the week.
Okay. Also, today is the Super Bowl. Oh no, it is February 14th, Friday, February 14th. So it is Valentine's Day.
Oh, nice.
Today's the Super Bowl. We haven't even talked about that. Oh my
Yes,
God.
football. Who do you think's gonna end up winning?
It's now going to be like a week and a half late. I'm going to call. It is now 1:46 p.m. and the game has not started. I'm saying it's going to the 49ers. I don't know.
Who are the 2 teams?
I think it's the 49ers and the Chiefs.
I don't do sports. Man.
Kansas City Chiefs.
I'm gonna say the Chiefs win.
Okay, so we're gonna bet, and
In 2 weeks from now, you'll
2
see,
weeks from now we'll see who
you'll
wins.
see the follow up.
But yeah, no, I don't know. I'm about to go to a Super Bowl party. My little brother, his house, him and his wife are hosting it, and that'll be good. Spend some fam time, toss the old pigskin around,
Tossing the pigskin.
Hey, we're not tossing it, we're just watching it tossed and
Watching the pigskin get tossed and carried and fumbled and thrown and just all people getting tackled.
I'm not a fan of Super Bowl party or Super Bowl in general. I like the commercials. I think have severely gone downhill. When they used to be like they were just in that moment and that was it. There was something special about them. But now
With the internet, and
they
YouTube,
air
you can
before, they air on the internet, they
It's
air
anytime.
after. Like there's
not
not
special,
it's
yeah.
not special to the Super Bowl. Did you know Mr. Peanut's dead?
Yeah.
Did you hear about that? That's a Super Bowl stunt that's gonna happen today. They're gonna have his funeral
Yeah.
in the middle of the halftime show. I guess I don't know.
I saw that, and it's genius. Everybody's talking about it. All these people are like tweeting out, rip Mr. Peanut, and everybody was talking about it on Twitter. Everybody I follow, all these major brands are tweeting stuff out. Talk show hosts are talking about it. I think, my favorite meme that came out of it is the someone was like, imagine like the marketing boardroom meeting, and it showed someone by like a board, and it says we kill Mr. Peanut. It's like, all right, follow me here.
Yeah,
We kill Mr. Peanut, and that's the marketing stunt.
I'm pretty sure. Like my first instinct when I heard this story was like, oh, they're gonna bring in like a new, more current mascot. I think that's gonna be the case.
His son or something.
I'm
The
sure
new heir to the.
they're gonna bring
Peanut
something in
empire.
that doesn't have a monocle and a top hat. Like it's gonna be something not so gentlemanly looking.
Sure. Maybe
but
a
yeah.
woman, Mrs. Peanut,
Maybe a woman.
the widow Peanut.
It's 2020. It's time for a new.
We follow Mrs. Peanut as she finds new love in somebody else. As she moves on from the loss of her husband.
Yeah. Well, that's about all I have to say today.
Yeah.
You got anything else to say?
Well, I need to be very conservative because I'm starting to reach like my character limit for.
Yeah, my throat's getting sore. All right, Andy's reached his limit. See you later.
Bye.
Oh, you had one more word, huh?